The city was dying. Not with explosions anymore. Not with sirens or screams. It was dying quietly, slowly, like a giant creature losing breath. Smoke curled lazily through the sky, leaving pale trails over the shattered towers of the alien metropolis. Glass and metal littered the streets, glinting faintly in the dim light like the skeleton of a dead world. The ground trembled occasionally, but not with bombs, just the aftershock of destruction, a ghostly rhythm that reminded anyone who walked here that nothing would be the same again. Cole moved carefully through the ruins, his boots crunching over shards of crystal and twisted metal. His uniform was torn, stained with old blood that was not all his own. His rifle hung uselessly on his back, forgotten in the mess of war. Tonight, he carried only his medical bag and the heavy weight of exhaustion. Every step was careful, practiced, but even so, he felt the tension in his muscles. The battlefield had a smell he would never forget, a mix of fire, metal, and something faintly sweet that he could not place. He had been trained to move toward pain while others ran away. That training now guided him like a compass in a world without rules. His eyes scanned the ruins, searching for movement, searching for life. And then he heard it. Soft, uneven. A breath. It was faint but human, or not human but alive. He froze, heart pounding. It could have been a trap, an ambush, a decoy left to kill medics. But he could not ignore it. No one could. He moved toward the sound, climbing carefully over a broken wall. The stone was warm, still holding the heat of recent explosions. On the other side lay a figure, half buried beneath shattered metal and glowing crystal. She was alien. Her body was tall, slender, her skin pale and shimmering like silver glass. Dark veins ran along her arms and neck, cracking the beauty of her skin where blood seeped out slowly. Her uniform was torn, a deep blue trimmed with gold, something official, something important. One leg was pinned under debris. Her chest rose and fell shallowly, her breathing strained and uneven. His mind ran through every possible reaction. Enemy, high-ranking, dangerous, deadly. Then his hands took over. He knelt beside her, keeping his movements slow and deliberate. He raised his hands so she could see them, calm and empty. "Easy," he said, voice steady. "I'm a medic. I'm here to help." Her eyes opened, large and violet, luminous even through pain. They flicked over him, taking in his uniform the red cross, his hands, his expression. Confusion, fear, disbelief, they all passed across her face in seconds. "You are human," she whispered. "Yes," replied. "You should kill me." Opened his medical bag. "No, I'm not here to do that." She tried to move. A sharp sound escaped her throat, a hiss of pain. Her hand went to her side instinctively. "Don't," said gently. "You're badly hurt. Move too much, you could make it worse." Her gaze lingered on him, searching. Something she did not expect, could not calculate, was in his eyes. Calm, steady, human, compassionate. "You know who we are," she said, voice barely a whisper. "What we did." "I know you're bleeding," said simply. She frowned, disbelief etched across her face. That simple human truth seemed foreign to her, alien, even ridiculous. He began clearing debris from her leg. She tensed with every movement, but she did not resist. Her breathing was shallow, but it was there. Her pulse was faint but steady. "Why?" she asked after a long moment. "Why help me?" Did not answer immediately. His hands were busy, skilled from years of patching human soldiers together under fire. He cleaned her wound carefully, making sure not to cause more pain than necessary. He worked deliberately with steady fingers. "Because if I don't, you'll die," he said quietly. She let out a weak, bitter laugh. "That would be justice." "Justice isn't my job," replied. Her lips tightened. Something passed through her violet eyes, a mix of disbelief, fear, and a faint glimmer of something else, something unspoken. As he wrapped the wound along her side, she studied him. His hands moved with precision, hands that could have killed yet chose to heal instead. There was a power in that choice, and it unnerved her. "You treat me as if I matter," she said. "You do," said. Her eyes narrowed slightly. "To you." "To anyone," he corrected gently. The distant sky rumbled, not thunder, Not natural weather, ships perhaps, or collapsing towers, didn't look up. He knew the sound would not wait, it would not care. He finished the bandage, securing it over her side. Then he reached for pain medication. Before he could administer it, her hand shot out and gripped his wrist. Firm, intentional, stopping him. "Human," she whispered, her voice low, trembling with something he could not yet name. "Listen to me." Looked into her violet eyes. They were wide, filled with an intensity that pinched at his chest. "You have no idea who I really am," she said. Something in her tone made him pause. Not threat, not arrogance, weight, burden, responsibility. "I don't need to," said. "You're injured." Her hand tightened. "That is not all I am." Pain twisted her features as she exhaled slowly. "I am," she said. The name meant nothing to, yet. "I am High Regent of the Aurelian Conquered," she continued. "I command fleets. Worlds answer when I speak. I approved the invasion of your home." His chest tightened. He had read reports, heard the stories, worlds destroyed, cities burned, generations lost. And now, in front of him, the architect of that destruction, alive, vulnerable, bleeding. Slowly, he released her hand. He did not reach for his weapon, he did not take a step back. He simply met her gaze. "You're saying you're in charge?" he said quietly. "Yes," she whispered, her voice weak but unyielding. She waited for him to hate her, waited for the fury she deserved. Exhaled, his hands shook ever so slightly, but he clenched them into fists to steady himself. Then he spoke. "Okay." The word was small, simple, human, and it hit her harder than she expected. "Okay," she repeated, disbelief in her tone. "That is all." "For now," said, "you're still bleeding." A strange mixture of confusion and guilt passed across her face. Her lips parted slightly, like she wanted to speak but could not find the words. "You should leave me," she said softly. "If your people find me, they will torture me for information. If mine find me, they will destroy this place to get me back." Glanced around the ruined city. Crumbling towers, fallen streets, smoke rising in lazy plumes. "Looks like it's already destroyed," he said. A distant rumble shook the ground. Closer this time, clearer, ships. Her violet eyes widened in alarm. "They are coming." Stood, slinging his bag over one shoulder. "Can you walk?" "With help," she whispered. He offered his arm. She stared at it in disbelief, not fear but shock. Humanity, in its simplest form, was offering her aid, even for someone who had caused untold death. She started, then faltered. "Take it," said simply, "or you'll fall, and I'm not letting that happen." She hesitated, then slowly placed her hand on his arm. Pain lanced through her face, but she did not let go. Step by step, they moved through the ruins. Above them, the sky was streaked with glowing ships. They hovered, silent, calculating, ready to descend. The war was not done with them yet. His voice broke the silence. "You risk your life for me, for the enemy." Met her gaze. "I risk my life for anyone who is hurt. That's what it means to be human." The words seemed to stun her. She blinked, her lips parted in disbelief. "Human," she whispered. "Yes," he said, steady as ever. "Even now, even here, even for you." A faint, shaky laugh escaped her. It was not humor, not joy, relief maybe, confusion, gratitude, pain, everything all at once. Step by step, they moved through the ruins. Each one felt like a victory. Each one a reminder that even in the worst war, compassion could survive. And somewhere deep in the sky, distant engines waited, watching, judging, but for the first time, neither of them cared, not yet. Because in that moment, amid fire and smoke and blood, something stronger than fear or hate had returned. Humanity.